Well, in part one of consumer behavior, topic of consumer behavior, we discussed that how the consumers spend between two goods, and that line which join these 2 points of one product and the other product is called as a budget line. And consumer is going to select all these possible combinations, one of all these possible combinations based on the budget available. Now, in the second part, we're going to talk about that if the price of one of the goods decrease or increase, how that's going to affect the consumer choice. So let's start. Show you slides. So when we change the price of one product, so that has a two impact. So the one impact is a substitution effect, and the other one is an income effect. Now we'll see that how this gonna cause. Like if we change in a price, so what is going to happen? The first thing is that the relative price is going to change, like a P1 or a PX over PY. So if we change the price PX, so this ratio is going to change. And the second thing is that is going to change the real income of the consumer as well. How is going to change the real income? Because real income, when we are talking about the real income, actually we are expressing the income in terms of goods or services you can buy. For example, if you ask, what is your income, and someone replies you that I am earning per day like 100 liters of gas, so it means that this whatever he is earning, he has the capacity to buy 100 liters of gas. So this is what we call it as a real income. But when someone is saying that, okay, I'm earning $200 per day, that means that this is the nominal income, because as the gas price is changing, so the consumer has how much he can buy is going to change. Like gas prices increase, so out of 200, he's going to buy less gas. And if the gas prices decrease, he's going to buy more gas with the $200. But if we say that the income is 200 liters or 100 liters, so that's going to give us, okay, whatever the price is, but the income, real income is 100 liters of gas. So real income is income expressed in terms of the purchasing power of a money income. That is the quantity of goods and services that can be purchased with the money income. Now, as we discussed that this has two effects, income and substitution effect of price change. So what is a substitution effect? Substitution effect is that when the price goes down for one product, so the consumer is, if it is a normal product, and we are not changing the income level, so income is constant. So what is going to happen? Definitely, according to the law of demand, the consumer is going to buy more of that good, more of that. So substitution effect is a change in the quantity of a product demanded resulting from a change of its relative price. So substitution effect increase the quantity demanded of a product whose price has fallen and reduce the quantity demanded of a product whose price has risen. But keep it in mind that it should be a normal good. On the other hand, it doesn't matter whether it's a normal good or not, but the price is going to impact the change. The income effect. So income effect is the change in the quantity of product demanded resulting from a change in real income. So here we consider whether it's a normal good or inferior good. So as the income change, what is going to happen? For a normal good, the demand increase, and for an inferior goods, demand decrease. So income effect leads to consumer to buy more of a good whose price has fallen, provided that the product is a normal good. So the size of, what is the size of an income effect? That depends on the income spent on the product whose price change and the amount by which the price change. So the price change and how much you are spending out of your total income, and the price, how much is the price change. Now, how we can justify that the demand curve is downward sloping or the law of demand holds? We can say the substitution effect leads consumer to increase their demand for all normal goods whose prices fall. So that's a substitution effect, that the demand will increase if the price decreases. The income effect leads consumer to buy more of all normal goods whose prices fall. So in case of a normal good, if a price falls, so there are two impacts that the consumer is going to use to buy more. One is a substitution effect, and the other one is because of the change in the price. And the other one is an income effect, and that is because of the increase in the real income. And those both effects are in one direction for increasing the demand, right? For increasing the demand, quantity demand. So that's the way that it's worked. But if it is an inferior good, then the price effect or a substitution effect is a positive for both. But income effect is negative for inferior goods. So in that case, even though the demand curve is still downward sloping, but the effect is nullified. The substitution effect is a little bit nullified or drop down because of the negative impact of income effect. So the income effect leads consumer to buy more of all normal goods whose prices fall. Because of the combined operation of income and substitution effect, the demand curve for any normal good will be negative. A fall in price will increase the quantity demanded. Now, there is another type of a good, we call them as a Giffen good. Giffen goods are those goods whose demand curve is upward sloping. So far what we discussed many times, I am repeating that the demand curve is downward sloping for products, downward sloping for products, for all products, for all, whether it's inferior or a normal. But here we are saying that there are certain inferior goods, those are called as a Giffen goods, their demand curve is upward sloping. Now, if we ask for a particular example from our life for a given good, it's very hard to give any example. However, the economist quoted some examples from the history books, like in the World War II, when the inflation was very high, so people buy more of the potatoes as the price is increasing. So that's the example we can quote for a consumer given goods. So what are the two things that's important to make a good as a given good? Given goods have two characteristics. One is the goods must be an inferior good. So as I mentioned, a reduction in real income leads household to purchase more of that good. So income level go down, you buy more of it. The goods must take a larger portion of the total household's expenditure, and they have a large income effect. So income effect is so big that the substitution effect is smaller and the income effect is bigger. So by this way, when the income increase or decrease, the impact is so bigger for this increase and decrease in income that the slope can be upward sloping. So here are the examples. Like this is the first panel is reflecting a demand curve, which is a normal demand curve. Like we can see this green arrow reflecting a substitution effect, and the red arrow is adding a income effect, and both are moving in the same direction. So whenever the price falls from P0 to P1, the quantity demanded increase from Q0 to Q1, and this Q0 to Q1 has a we can divide this into two, like Q0 to Q0S, that is because of a substitution, and from Q0S to Q1 is because of income effect. But if a good is an inferior good, in that case, what is happening, that the substitution effect is like the same. You see the impact is very same, and then the income effect is also very same size, but it is on the opposite direction. So by this way, we see that when the price falls and the price is same, like from P0 to P1, but the quantity demanded increase from Q0 to Q1, and Q0 to Q1 is less Q0 to QS minus Q0S to Q1, and that's going to be. So we see here that inferior good, the quantity demanded increase, but still it's less than as compared to normal goods. The given goods are the example here, like the substitution effect is smaller and the income effect is bigger, and by this way we see that the quantity demanded is increase when the price is increasing. Like in this case, we see when the price is decreasing from P0 to P1, the quantity demanded decreases. So that's the way that they have a positive relationship only for a given goods. So some can present this example or this behavior of a consumer nature, like that the given goods are possible, or there is a possibility of a upward sloping demand curve. Like goods consumed because they have a snobbish appeal or a snob effect. Like some people buy very expensive things just to show off that this is the only thing I have, no other one has that. So in that case, we see that as the price is increasing, people are buying to show off that. That's what we call it as a snobbish attitude or snobbish behavior. That gives us some idea. But if we discuss in detail the whole market, that is not possible. Some people are buying more with the increase in price of a snobbish effect, but at the same time, the normal consumers are buying less of it. So again, the overall market demand curve is downward sloping. So if you read, we read this slide, we see the goods consumed because they have a snob appeal. And does this behavior violate our theory of utilization? No, they're not. Snob would still buy more at a lower price as long as other people thought that they had paid a very high price. And if such consumption exists, it is unlikely that the market demand curve is positively sloped. Lower income consumers would buy inexpensive diamonds or BMWs. So the behavior would likely offset the behavior of a relatively few. Like if the prices decrease, the snobbish people say, no, we are not interested to buy it because now the price is decreased. But at the same time, the normal consumers are buying more. So by this way, we see that the behavior is again the same, like a downward sloping behavior. So these are the few things which I want to discuss with you from this chapter, like a consumer behavior, and then we will talk about the two effects, like one is a substitution effect and the other one is an income effect. Let's move on to the third part and conclude this chapter.